The S&D 50, Week 14, Northwestern. They are back in the S&D 50. Their losses are Tulane, Oregon, Nebraska, USC, Michigan. Not too shabby. San Diego State.
It wasn't just that they lost points. It said teams they beat recently turned around and lost games, and so those losses impacted their rating more than their own win did.
Illinois. They lose to Wisconsin, but hey, still in the 50. Another team that was dead, no longer dead. Clemson. They beat Furman. Doesn't mean much. They got 3 rating points, but they stay in the 50. They have a big one against South Carolina. Plank, 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 plank. Is that 4 planks? 4 planks. 4 planks for Kennesaw State.
Do they keep their past planks for falling out? That's the question.
It's like helmet stickers.
Now, here's why our model's flipping awesome. Yes, South Carolina, you read that right. They are 4-7. They're ahead of teams with far better records than them. Why? Because South Carolina has played really good teams.
And you got to keep in mind, South Carolina is all of 2 plays from having wins against both Alabama and Texas A&M.
Back for their second appearance in the SND 50, number 44. Ladies and gentlemen, our UConn Huskies.
This team very well could have gone 12-0. Georgia Tech is ranked 23rd in the AP poll. Our first atrocity. That loss to Pitt means something.
Wake Forest is the only team in the ACC to have beaten SMU in regular season play since they joined the ACC last year.
A 5-6 Penn State team up 31 spots here at number 41.
This is still a wildly talented team. Speaking of the players, they are fighting for a bowl.
Are the Reddit boards still calling for Satterfield to job, Jacob?
Yes, I checked today. They still are. They're calling it a Satterfield slide.
Team that needs to be investigated.
That home field advantage, man. It's a real thing.
I don't think they even sell that place out, but apparently the crowd noise is just wicked bad.
Kansas State might be on the list of worst breaks you can have in a single season. They rushed for 472 yards and lost. Old Dominion. They're back, baby.
They might be the best G5 team right now, but they don't got a chance because they're sitting behind James Madison.
Dan Mullen and those Rebels.
With a shot to be in the Mountain West Conference title game, they will need a bit of help, though. Who knows what's going on with LSU, but 35, still talented. It'll be an exciting offseason.
These Horned Frogs do not go away. Up 16 spots. They win another close game. I have now nicknamed this team the Heart Attack Hawkeyes. What happened with South Florida?
They lost to the 2 teams you can't lose to. If the Lobos beat the Aztecs and Utah State beats Boise, New Mexico will be hosting the Mountain West Conference Championship.
Iowa State, not dead.
Not dead, but dead to the rest of the country. Nobody cares that they're winning again because they went on that 4-game losing streak. Oregon should not be sleeping on these Huskies. They can get the job done, especially at home.
Arizona, they are hot right now.
I like them to get revenge in the Territorial Cup.
Missouri, this is the slide of teams that are not dead.
They're still here because of their defense. The most important thing for Tulane is not where they're ranked in the AP poll or the S&D 50. It's where they're ranked in the college football playoff, because for some ludicrous reason, the American Conference decided to outsource their tiebreakers to the CFP.
Been a good year for Navy. It's tough to potentially see it without an American title appearance.
This week, Virginia has Virginia Tech.
Virginia is a win-in-your-in team, though.
And number 22, Pitt.
They're a win and one of the 2 teams below them in our ratings. That's their situation.
Arizona State has Arizona.
Arizona State still has a chance.
Lincoln Riley now has the same exact record as Clay Helton at USC. One was a lot cheaper. Vanderbilt's still a sleeper for the playoffs.
Can Joey Aguilar still get the Peyton Manning passing record that we've mentioned every week for the last 3 weeks?
It's not looking as bright, I would say. It's still possible.
They haven't beat a single team on their schedule with a winning SEC record. Miami, now they have to go to Pitt and do it again.
North Texas should be the top in the American. It's a shame that it's looking like they won't be able to host the American Conference title game because they should. Here's what the frustrating part for me. They're not even giving James Madison a shot.
Yeah, they should rank them.
Michigan has a shot to sneak into the playoffs with a win over Ohio State and be heartbreakers to teams looking at that last at-large bid.
Texas has Texas A&M. My list of best rivalries in the sport of college football, Texas and Texas A&M is in the top 3 if it's on the basis of pure hate.
Oklahoma is a team with an elite playoff defense and a middle-of-the-road offense. In the playoffs, there are matchups that they will be great at. They're going to really struggle against anyone with more than just 1 or 2 playmakers. Alabama over Oklahoma, what's going on here? These are ratings where we take into account everything that happens and it just spits out a team's rating. Whether or not there's a head-to-head, we don't go in and manually adjust. We absolutely could have, by the way. We could have easily just gone in and done -1 point from Alabama and they would have been below Oklahoma. You'll see the same thing again when we get to the top 10. We leave the ratings where they are. We let it speak for themselves. Playoff hopes are more alive as an at-large team than they are as a Big 12 champion, though. While they do have a path to the Big 12 title game, it's pretty narrow.
BYU.
This is a big difference between the College Football Playoff Committee and the SND. You say 9-11 is not that big of a difference, but if you're looking to get in the playoffs at an at-large bid, it is huge because looking how it's going to be this year, only the top 10 teams would be insured an at-large bid.
Texas Tech.
What a great way to finish your season off with a bye and then West Virginia before the Big 12 Conference title game. I pity whatever team has to face them in that game.
Oregon proves its worth. They beat USC.
Georgia just could not care less what you think about style points, and they are going to play their steady, carry-the-rock football regardless of who they play.
We have to talk about the S&D point differential between Ole Miss and Georgia right now because this is outrageous. Spencer.
Ole Miss, with a rating of 6,025.30425. Georgia, with a rating of 6,025.24875. That is a difference of less than 0.06 rating points.
Say they lose to Mississippi State. Do they fall out of the playoffs completely?
100%.
This is our spiciest ranking. You have yelled at us on the internet. There are near 1,000+ comments about how dumb the S&D 50 is for having Notre Dame at 4.
If you were to only consider the most recent 10 weeks and just blind rank everyone without knowing how they performed in the first 2 games of the season, the way they've been destroying opponents, they would be number 1. This surprises us too.
Texas is the sneakiest 8-3 team that everyone discredits. Texas A&M has to beat their rival Indiana, a team most of us have forgotten about.
It will be the clash against Ohio State in the Big Ten title game. Indiana's going to go all in on that. This will be their first ever.
Ohio State, they have now done the regular season as number 1 almost the entire way, wall to wall. What's there not to say about Ohio State? They win. Sorry, Kurt. If you've made it this far in the video, please subscribe.